Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Dianne's Sewing Room. So I'm going to share a little bit of what I've been up to this past couple of weeks. I can't share everything obviously, as I've said before, because some of it's work, but I will share a few things. We were supposed to be away at the start of the week, but that got cancelled again due to this awful weather that we're having in the UK. I mean, today we've got a bit of sunshine, but to say it's spring, we're having an awful lot of grey days and rain. So there wasn't much point in taking 3 dogs away in a caravan and just sitting inside all the time. So we didn't do that, but we are booked to go away again in a few weeks, I think it is. So that one we're definitely not cancelling, whatever the weather. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well, and I have found a home for my little dog that I made a little while ago. A few of you may have seen that, I did share it on here. And my friend has got 2 little grandchildren, so I've passed it on to them and they've appreciated that, so that's really nice. It's nice to know that something that you've made has gone to a good home, isn't it? And a few things that I'd like to share. One of them is something that I made a little while ago, and though it was brilliant, and I'm sure loads of you will love this style, for me I just found that another hooded garment in my wardrobe, which I struggled to get a jacket over without pulling the hood out and then feeling all bundled up, was a little bit much, but I loved the top. So what I've done is I've sort of recut it and used another pattern that I like, kept part of the design and done a sort of hybrid top. So that's what I'm going to show you here. So just move these out of the way. So this is the top I'm talking about. I haven't finished the edging there because it is French terry, and it was soft enough on the back of the neck that I didn't feel I needed to do any additional stitching on that, and I thought it might make it feel a little bit rougher actually. So I've left that, but I have edge finished everywhere else. I've done overlocking everywhere else, just not there, and I'll explain the reason for this in a minute. So this is the top. I'm going to bring it this side because it always makes the camera go funny. If I come round here, you can see all my mess on my desk. So here you can see now we've got this wide round neck, and if you look here on the shoulders, we've got a triangle here and here, and that is repeated at the back. And then we have a slim sleeve and a shaped hem with a tie cord at the bottom. And I've wore this a few times now and I love it. So it's favourite top now. And what it was, which I said, it's a great top, love the pattern, it's just that I felt like another hoodie, and we're getting into, like I say, it's still miserable, but it's sort of spring. And I do need to put a jacket on sometimes, but I don't want to feel all bundled up. So I wanted something that I would wear quite a lot now, and I thought I'd change it for that reason. So there's nothing wrong with what I made, and had it still been the dead of winter, I probably would have kept it like that. But I've just given it a little revamp. And it's the Jersey hoodie by Stylark. So it's this one, and I did this one a little while ago for a work project, so there is a sew along over there for that. And here it is, and it's got this hood which has got quite a deep neck here, so great for the winter. And as you can see, it's got these sleeves, and what I did find was these Stylark patterns nice and fitted here, and they come out wider at the bottom. Quite a few of them are like that, so you've got plenty of room, so they are really comfortable, which work really well with a pattern that I've made before and I really love. So when I wanted to change this, I knew that this would work, adapting this pattern, cutting some of it away and changing it to this one. So I'll show you what it is. So we've got the Jersey hoodie by Stylark, which I'd already made, and then you've seen this one before as well because I have worn this one on the video if you watch me regularly. And I had it in a black print with lots of green leaves on, and a few people asked me about that, and a few people said that they got it and they were going to make it as well. So it's this one by Burda, my other pattern that I really love. It's a nice loose top with a wide neck, you can see in the diagram. I'll show you the back so you can see a little better. So it's this one here, But what I did is I made the sleeves full length, so I just added a little to them, because on that one it comes sort of here on my arm, and I wanted this still to be a full length sleeve. So here's what I did, and I will explain that to you. So I took out my pattern pieces from this pattern. I took out the pieces for the front and the back and the sleeve. I didn't use the neck binding piece because I measured it myself and worked that out, because I did make it a little narrower than this one, because this one comes quite out here, almost sort of boat neck sort of style, and I wanted it to just come in a little further. As I said, it's still quite chilly here in the UK. So here's what I did. So the top part, this top, another thing was it is quite long, and the top, the birdie top, comes up a little higher, so it's past your waist but it's sort of skimming your hips. And I did want to keep the drawstring at the bottom on this. There was enough room for me to move up the pieces of this top and place it higher on the birdie pattern pieces, so that I could recut, back round here again, recut the armhole so that it was a proper armhole look rather than the ones that come from here. So now we have an armhole shape, but it did mean that some of the existing sleeve was left in this part. Now I like that because I think it gives it a little bit of a feature there. That might annoy you or not, but I like it. So we do have this triangle either side, but it is a proper sleeve with a proper sleeve cap there. And then, as I said, I extended the sleeve to make it full length, because on the birdie pattern it is more of a 3/4 length. So that's what I did there. Then I recut a binding for here. Now, because this top had a hood in it, the back of the neck obviously came down deeper, because you always have that sort of deep scoop at the back when you have a hood in a top, and that makes it where your hood fits in, front and back. So here, it's like this. So what I did, I cut another piece of fabric, and then, if you can just see here, I just top stitched it down so that that was more of a feature at the back. So that's what I did with that, and now I love it, and it's still plenty long enough. It skims my hips still, but we've maintained the cord tie at the bottom, got rid of the hood and changed the sleeves a little bit, and as I said, I'm wearing it loads. So if you make something and you're not sure about it, or there are things that you don't like, please do have a play around with it and change it into something that you will wear. Or even if it's something that you do like but you think you want it more for a different season, as I did, and you want to change part of it for that reason, just remember that you can do this. Don't just bin your makes that you're not sure of, or don't just leave them languishing at the back of the wardrobe because they don't fit your particular lifestyle or whatever. Have a little go and make them into something new. So that's what I've done with that. So I'll just pop that to one side. Another thing that I made, in my last video, I showed a lovely peach top that I made from the Birdie magazine. And I've not done myself a proper little packet for it yet. I like to do that sometimes, take a photograph and print off a proper packet for it. So I've just drawn on here to remind me what's inside. And it was from Birdie magazine, February 2021, and I made style number 104 for the peach top, and it was the top that looked like this with the pleats in the sleeve, and I loved it. And straight away the next day, because I had some more French terry left, I made another one. Again, I've worn this one quite a few times over the last few weeks, and it's just, I've just grabbed it out of the wash basket because it's ready to be washed, and then I remembered I wanted to show it, so I've just grabbed it and just hung it up. It's going back in the wash in a minute. Hopefully I haven't got, maybe got dog hairs on it. So it's this one. So if you saw my previous video, you'll have seen the peach one. So it's got the pleat in the sleeve there. It's got a nice just t-shirt hemband there around the neckband rather. And just twin needle finish everywhere and at the bottom of the sleeves. And I really love that one. It's really comfy. It was a quick make. I think I'll be making quite a few more of these. I mean, I'll probably change the sleeves on a couple and change up a few details, but that is such a good t-shirt pattern. It fits me so well. And sometimes I think when you find something that fits you really well, you do make it again and again, don't you? So that's a couple of tops. So now I'm going to show you a couple of the dresses that I've made this week. I'm sure Work won't mind me showing you these. So these are ones that I'm keeping for me. I have got quite a few other things that parcelled up and ready to go back, so unfortunately I can't show those. So I'm going to whip you around and show you these two dresses, and I'll show you what pattern they're from. And I love them. So these are two new favourites. So first of all, the one I made yesterday, which is this one, Simplicity 8872. And there's lots of different ways you can make this one. I think this is super pattern, and it's got the trim on it. So I'm just going to whip you around so you can see the one on the mannequin. So this is the dress that I'm talking about. You can see it's got the full sleeve coming into an elasticated cuff there. And it's gathered at the waist, and then at the back it's gathered again, but it has got elastic casing at the back. And then the bottom, you are going to see some of my messy cotton on the floor here if I tilt this down. You've got this lovely ruffle all the way around the bottom. It's quite hard to get you in shot when I can't have it on the right way of the camera for YouTube. So I think that is just beautiful. And then the next one, which is up on the door, and this is a shirt dress. Now I love this as well. So this one is New Look 6651. It's this shirt dress right here, the long version. It's got a double casing of elastic at the waist, buttons all the way down the front. That's just hung up there, I need to iron it. I'll bring that in a little closer so you can see. I do love a shirt dress. It's a nice casing here, look. I like this double casing feature all the way around. It's good long length and buttons all the way down, and it's got a nice small collar. I made a few things recently that I've had bigger collars, and I do like this nice small collar on it. And it's a pretty fabric with the cranes all over it, so I love that. And because I always get asked, and I have worn this one before, but this one that I'm wearing today is McCall's 8104, so that's what I'm wearing today. But I do have a top under it. As I said, it's not that warm at the moment, but I do like to wear a dress. So that's this one. So we've got a grown-on sleeve. It's got a nice button band all the way down the front, and it comes just to my knee. And as it's got lots of colours in, there's lots of different tops I can wear under it. So I do find it is a low front. So even in the summer, I'll probably wear a cami under it that just comes to here. So my arms will be bare, but I'll probably still have something here, because for me, that is a low front. Could have a button higher up, but I don't mind it because I know I'll probably be wearing something with it. So if you did want to make that one, just bear that in mind. You either need to bring up your button placement, alter your placket slightly, or just wear it as I'm doing, like this. I know my friend is planning on making this one. She's got this one as well, and I know she's probably watching, so have fun with that. And there's lots of other ways you can style this dress as well, so I think that's another one I'll be making in future, because I do love it. So I hope that's been interesting for you. I'm going to try and insert a little bit of footage here, if I can find it. Of our little dog using her little wheelchair that I shared in one of our previous videos. So I did film a little bit, I just need to find it. So hopefully I can, and I'll insert that here because I know a few of you wanted to see that. She has been out in it a couple of times. We don't go very far because we don't want to tire her out. Just up and round the street here and back again. And she likes that. And we've also carried it down to the park, carried her, and then she's had a little go in it in the park and through the woods, and then picked her back up again. And for picking her up, my husband has got this bag which is specially for carrying dogs that are elderly who have issues like that. We bought that quite recently. I was going to make one, but it was really good value. It was £16. It's canvas, it's all lined, adjustable straps, and it's really comfortable on him. She's not that heavy, she's only a elderly Jack Russell, so that she doesn't mind going in it either, so that's great. So we found that we can take the little wheelchair so she can have a little walk around and a little sniff, but she doesn't have to do any sort of long amounts of walking. She can then go in the bag and just relax, and she just has her legs and her head sticking out, and she seems to really enjoy it. So I'll try and insert some footage of her in the wheelchair because I know a few of you wanted to see that. Thank you for all your kind comments as well. She seems to be doing really well, and we've been to the vets a few times since. The visits have got further apart and she's just on a steady combination of tablets at the minute. Sometimes she has to have painkillers, but at the moment she's off them and she just has steroids. So hopefully that will continue and she'll have a lot more time with us. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye for now.